Hello everyone, this is Dr. Saib Singh. Welcome to my channel Guidental. So the subject for today's video is going to be general medicine. This is the second part of the subject or the second video for this subject. This subject is divided into three videos, three parts. So whatever topics I'll be discussing in the video are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guidental, the link for which is provided in the description. Coming on to lymphadenopathy. In lymphadenopathy, you need to know the groups of lymph nodes that can be studied from anatomy, general anatomy in first year. The definition of lymphadenopathy, types of lymphadenopathy, you need to know the generalized and localized, and the diagnostic criteria for the same. Etiological classification has to be studied in detail. Then the physical examination of lymph nodes also has to be studied in detail. Investigations, you need to focus on lymphangiography, chest x-ray, ultrasound and CT scan. Treatment, you just need to mention that the treatment of lymphadenopathy is according to the cause of lymphadenopathy, just that one line will do. Next is acute respiratory distress syndrome or ARDS. You need to know the definition. Synonyms are like stiff lung, wet lung, short lung. So they might ask you a stiff lung, what is stiff lung in your viva, or they might just mention, write a short note on wet lung. So you need to know what they're talking about. In etiology, study under two subheadings, that is direct lung injury and indirect lung injury. In clinical features, you need to know under two subheadings, early and late clinical features or signs and symptoms. In acute lung injury, you just need to know the concept. The diagnostic criteria, you need to know about the acute onset, that it's bilateral, and also that the pulmonary capillary wedge pressure is greater than 18 mm of Hg. In phases of ARDS, you need to know about the exudative, proliferative and fibrotic phases. In treatment, you need to know the treatment of cause and the mechanical ventilation in detail. Coming to anemias, here I am only mentioning the investigations and treatment. The rest can be done from general pathology in second year. Aplastic anemia, investigations include full blood count, blood film, bone marrow examination and histocompatibility testing. Treatment includes withdrawal of the etiological agent, bone marrow transplant, immunosuppressive therapy and blood transfusion. Iron deficiency anemia, investigations include blood film examination or blood smear examination, hemoglobin levels, MCV, MCHC levels, serum ferritin and iron binding capacity. The treatment includes oral and parenteral iron therapy, blood transfusion in severe cases and treatment of the underlying cause. Hemolytic anemia, investigations include history of G6PD deficiency in patient and history of causal agents, serum bilirubin, urine urobilinogen, fecal stercobilinogen, bone marrow examination, chromium 55 labeling and urine hemosiderin levels. Treatment includes according to the cause or the etiology. Next topic is splenomegaly, in which you need to know the definition, etiological mechanism with special emphasis on pitting and culling, but you have to study other etiologies also, but pitting and culling make sure to mention in your answer. Clinical features, you need to do only in brief, that is 3 to 4 features will do. Physical examination mainly focus on the palpation and percussion, only these two. In treatment, it is according to cause and study indications of splenectomy, that is very important. In complications, you just need to know 3 to 4 names, that's it. Agranulocytosis, you need to know the definition, diagnostic neutrophil count, below which it is known as agranulocytosis. Etiopathogenesis with special emphasis on drugs causing agranulocytosis. Clinical features, just generally one paragraph or 3 to 4 features will do. Treatment, you need to know supportive treatment in brief. Specific treatments for complications, example antibiotics to control infections, and you need to know about colony stimulating factors. Next topic is nephrotic syndrome, in which you need to know the definition along with the 7 diagnostic features of nephrotic syndrome upon which the definition is based. The classification, that is primary and secondary. The primary etiology, mainly minimal change disease, membranous glomerulonephritis and diabetic nephropathy. So these three you would study in detail. Pathogenesis, there is a flow chart, you can study from there. Consequential clinical features corresponding to the 7 diagnostic criteria, that is the clinical features or the abnormalities in body which are caused due to that 7 diagnostic criteria mentioned in the definition. So those clinical features have to be studied in detail. Investigations, study urine and serum albumin levels, renal ultrasound and biopsy. In treatment, you need to focus on the general treatment, that is diet and activity. Specific pharmacological treatment according to cause. Example, ACE inhibitors for reducing proteinuria. That's just an example, but study other pharmacological treatments also. Complications, any 2 to 3 names will do. Nephritic syndrome, study the definition. Etiology, that is mainly post-streptococcal infection in children. Hence, it can also be asked as post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis, that is PSGN. So they might ask you as a short note PSGN. So you need to know the full form and that they're talking about nephritic syndrome. Then you study the major clinical features, only names in nephritic syndrome. Treatment, you need to focus on blood pressure control, diuretics, salt restriction and antibiotics for complete eradication. Next topic is acute kidney disease, asked very frequently as a short note and also as a long note. Definition, types that is pre-renal, renal and post-renal. Etiology, only names in all the 3 types. History of patient, you need to know SLE, that is systemic lupus erythematosus, G6PD deficiency and urinary tract stones. In physical examination, focus on the features involving skin and eyes. In investigations, you need to know about urinary analysis, ultrasound findings, renal biopsy and biomarkers for early diagnosis. In treatment, focus on management of life-threatening complications and maintenance of electrolyte balance in detail. Supportive therapy, just study in brief, and the indications of dialysis, that is 4 to 5 names will do. Chronic kidney disease, very frequently asked as a long note in 90% of the cases. Study the definition and criteria for CKD, the stages of CKD, the etiology, that is according to age, before 5 years, after 5 years and throughout childhood. Pathophysiology, that needs to be mentioned only in case of a long note. Clinical features according to the various stages of CKD. Investigations focus on urine analysis, GFR, blood electrolytes, calcium and phosphate levels. In treatment, you need to focus on treating the cause. Just mention treat the cause. Nutrition and electrolyte balance, you can add a brief paragraph, 1 or 2 paragraphs. Next is immune thrombocytopenic purpura, in which you need to know the definition with specific emphasis on the platelet count, below which we call it ITP. Safe platelet count in various situations with dentistry, extractions, etc. There is a small chart or small table, so you can study from there. Etiology, you need to know the autoimmune mechanism. Clinical features, you need to know according to age, with specific emphasis on bleeding symptoms with petechiae and bruising. In investigations, you need to know the history of patient, CBC, platelet blood factor, bone marrow examination. Treatment, you need to know the platelet count below which treatment is given, and specific emphasis on emergency treatment involving intravenous immunoglobulin and IV steroids. Next is hyperthyroidism, in which you need to know the definition, etiological classification, thyroid function test, and Graves' disease in detail. In Graves' disease, you need to know predisposing factors, clinical features, investigations, that is thyroid function test, radioactive iodine uptake, and thyroid isotope scan. Treatment, you need to know the general nutrition and supportive care, radioactive iodine and anti-thyroid medication that can be studied from pharmacology. Hypothyroidism, you need to know the definition, etiological classification, thyroid function test, that is a chart, clinical features, general clinical features, investigation, thyroid function test and serum cholesterol. Treatment, you need to know focus on levothyroxine therapy and general nutrition and supportive care. Next is headache and migraine. You need to know the etiology of headache and classification in detail along with clinical features of each type of headache. Investigations focus on CT scan or MRI. Difference between headache in children and adults with special emphasis on age-related causes of headache. Migraine, you need to know the synonyms, triggering factors of migraine in detail, International Headache Association, that is IHA diagnostic criteria, and clinical features of only classical migraine, and the treatment also only for classical migraine, focusing on pharmacological drugs. Next is jaundice. You need to know the definition with special emphasis on bilirubin level above which jaundice is caused. Then the etiology, that is related to increased bilirubin production and impaired bilirubin excretion. Then the types, that is prehepatic, hepatic and posthepatic jaundice in detail. If there is any flowchart that is given in any of the books, please do it from there. It will be much easier for you. And physiological jaundice of newborn, just do it in brief for a short one or two paragraph, or one paragraph is also enough. Peptic ulcer disease, you need to know the definition, etiology. Etiology, as we all know, only two are there, Helicobacter pylori and NSAIDs. And the clinical features mainly focus on features involving perforation and bleeding. Indications for surgery in case of peptic ulcer disease, only names of 2 to 3 indications. And treatment, you can do H. pylori medication from pharmacology, and just mention that you need to avoid NSAIDs. Liver cirrhosis, you need to know the definition with special emphasis on histological features. Etiology, as we all know, liver cirrhosis is caused mainly due to alcohol. Then you need to know that it's caused due to hepatitis, and the syndromes causing cirrhosis, only 2 to 3 names of syndromes will do. Clinical features you can study in general for liver cirrhosis. Investigations focus on the history of the patient, liver function test, and liver biopsy. Treatment, we all know liver cirrhosis has no specific treatment, so you just avoid the cause. And antibiotics that are given in case of hepatitis, that you can mention in your answer. So this concludes the second part of general medicine. Again, all these topics which I am mentioning in my video are just based on my personal experience and via my extensive studying during my own videos. If there's anything that I need to add, or if there are any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guide Dental for further updates. Thank you so much.